Hello everybody, how is it going? So today we have, I believe this is round 3 of the preliminary tournament in Hiroshima. We have a Sakazuki mirror. We love Sakazuki, or do we? I'm neutral on the deck. I think it's a harder deck to play, so I'm okay with it. Also, first player's hand, 2 Brannews, a Great Eruption, Borsellino, and a Kuzan. Yeah, I think I'm okay with the deck being as strong as it is, as long as it's, not kind of just, play whatever, don't have to think about your decisions and just win because your deck is really good. I think Sakazuki does involve a good amount of thought. Other players' hand, also 2 Brannews, also a Great Eruption, but a 7-cost Borsellino and a Hina. So yeah, I'm okay kind of how the deck is in its state. I know it'll probably get better as people get better at the deck, so that'll be fun. I'm interested. I know right now a lot of people are playing the deck. I know a lot of people are also playing a lot of the other new stuff, so I'm kind of curious if we're gonna see a different amount of popularity. I'm not gonna contest that Sakazuki probably will be the best deck, but I wonder what deck will be the most representative. It could definitely just be Sakazuki, but we'll see. We're getting another look at both the players' hands. Kind of similar, but also kind of not similar. The first player, or I guess second player, however you want to look at it, has I guess better turn 2 plays, and he is going second, so he's on that curve, so that is pretty good for him. We're in I guess just a little introduction. There we go. Okay, player on the left is starting, by the way. We can see that with the little card on top of their life. He's gonna cycle one of the Brannews and pick up another 7-cost Borsellino. Not really what he's looking for right now. Probably just wants to see, I don't really know what you want to see when you're going first. He has the Brannew for next turn, so I guess that's fine. Could always find him a Borsellino or a Kuzan. Our player on the right finding a Suru off his Brannew, and will cycle the ulti for a Hina. That's a pretty good draw, I'd say. Didn't have her in rotation yet. Good to find her. Yeah, ulti in the mirror sounds pretty bad because it will just get removed. So yeah, fair enough. Swinging 5 at life, gonna counter that with the Suru he just searched, and then playing the Hina, drawing a card. So that is a pretty good turn 2 play. I completely forgot about that. Just kind of a card that replaces itself for free, cycles his Borsellino. What does he find? A Houndblaze. That will be solid. That will be solid. Now I'm curious what we see here. Could definitely be just the Borsellino, force him to have the Houndblaze. Or you could just play Kuzan because he replaces himself, and you're not feeling too bad if that gets removed, I guess. You kind of expect it to get removed, honestly. We'll see, though. Also, he takes the first hit. Looks like he got another. No, he already had that Borsellino. I might have missed what he drew. My bad. But player on the right playing down the blocker Borsellino, I'll specify. And then passing it over. Player on the left has 5 down now. Kind of yeah, the odd curve definitely is just weird for Sakazuki. You kind of, I guess, just have an extra Dawn at all times, which could work if you have, like, the Great Eruption and you want to use the Great Eruption, so there is that. He's going to tap 2, play down the Brannew, sees a Tashigi or a Becca and a blocker Borsellino. Looking like he wants to take the Tashigi, just getting some more counter. Still has 3 Dawn active. Going to tap 1. Okay, so he's going to Houndblaze the Borsellino. Draws a Great Eruption off the Great Eruption. That's pretty good. Great Eruption is a nice card to have. And he will Houndblaze the Borsellino, boosting up the Hina. So he'll have a 7k and a 5k. Pretty good, pretty good. Swinging for 5 first. I'm not sure if this could hit any triggers that would, like, remove the Hina. I think Houndblaze does that, I think. I'm not sure exactly what the Houndblaze trigger is. But player on the right does take that hit. Finds a Suru. And looks like he's just going to take both. Yeah, if you're not countering the 5, you're probably not going to counter the 7. And then player on the left will cycle the 7-drop Borsellino and find, kind of covered it. Looks like it's an Ice Age. I'm pretty sure that's Ice Age. Player on the right picking up a Houndblaze of its own. Of his own, my fault. Swinging 5 probably at the Hina. And also reducing the Hina. Yeah, you probably just let that go. It's a 4k body, you don't really want to defend it. Tapping 2. Playing another brand new. Okay. Looking at top 3. Oh, wrong camera. He's a choice between Hina and Houndsblaze. Probably just take the Houndsblaze. Having multiple isn't really bad, honestly. It's kind of the answer for the good, cards in this matchup, like Blocker, Borsalino, and stuff. So yeah, having extras is not bad. Looks like he's thinking about cycling his other Hina in hand, but no, actually cycles the Houndsblaze. Alright, fair enough. Finds a 7-cost Borsalino, plays the Kuzan, draws a card, draws another 7-drop Borsalino. It's fine. We can cycle one of them out next turn. Or you might just be playing one next turn, because you are an 8 Dawn. If your opponent plays a decent target for it, you might just take it. Right here, our player on the left also might just take the Borsalino, because it answers the Kuzan, and it fits his curve, so you can't really complain at that. It does see a Lucci, though, which also could answer a lot of player on the right's board. We'll see, though. Is going to cycle out the Blocker Borsalino. Finds another brand new. A whole lot of brand news this game. Swings 5 at life, reduces one of the brand news by 1. Gets countered out. Tapping 7, playing down the Borsalino. Gonna bottom the Kuzan. Seems reasonable. Now can the player on the right get his Borsalino into range of his own Borsalino? He still has the greater option and he has the extra Dawn, so I'd say he absolutely can. He will just greater option, attack for 5, and play his own Borsalino. I would think. He might take a different route, but that is a route he could take this turn. So attacking for 5, reducing the Borsalino by 1. He's going to counter out of it with something. Let's see. Counters out of it with the Tashigi. Fair enough. Using the greater option, bringing Borsalino down by 2 more, picking up a Tashigi of his own, and then playing the Borsalino and bottoming his opponent's Borsalino. So, very good tempo play there. Having the answer to the bigger body is solid. Cycles out the second one, finds a Kuzan, and passes it back. Player on the left now on 9 Dawn. Imagine the Mihawk. That'd be pretty funny. I know most builds aren't playing the Mihawk. Although I think in some matchups, like, the top end isn't that bad. But maybe Borsalino is just the highest you really need to go. That probably is just the answer. Can definitely deal with his opponent's Borsalino, though. Has the Ice Age. Ice Age plus a leader swing would, let Lucci pop it, or he could Houndblaze it. If you're playing Lucci, you probably want to try to get the most value you can, so how are you setting that up? You're on 9 Dawn, so you can... Does he have a Rebecca? I'm not sure if he has a Rebecca. I don't know, he could Ice Age the Borsalino, play Rebecca... I don't think he has one, actually. But he does have a greater option, so like Ice Age can set the Borsalino up, and then he could like reduce one of the brand news by 2 with the greater option if he really wanted to. Playing down a brand new first, though. Once again, I think these are the same choices he had earlier between a Hina and a Subaru and the Rebecca blocker. Might have been his opponent's choices, I'm not sure. They're playing a whole lot of brand news. But it looks like he's going to take the Hina, trash the other 2. Just wants to take a look. Yeah, Subaru and Rebecca trashed. So now how will he play this turn? Still has 7 Dawn active. Grabbing 2. Swinging 7 at life. Okay. Reducing the Borsalino by 1. Player on the right. It's definitely I guess a little bit scary going down to 1 life, but looks like he's going to do it. Finds another brand new. My god. All the brand news. He's going to Ice Age the Borsalino, so it is now a 1 cost. Oh yeah, that works. And then just, Lucci, a brand new, and the Borsalino. Yeah, there you go. Putting back all the events. Want to keep your important characters in the graveyard. Yeah, that's a solid turn. You can't complain about that turn. So both of them kind of very efficiently answering each other's Borsalino. which sounds about right. It's kind of what Sakazuki does. Feels like he can always remove your board. But now on 10 Dawn. Grabs a Great Eruption for turn. Checking out the graveyard. Not sure exactly what he's looking for, but that's alright. Let's see what sounds like some good plays this turn. We're obviously going to want to out at least the Lucci. He doesn't have a Lucci of his own, which could have been very nice, but also could find a Lucci by just cycling with his leader. Maybe getting rid of the Hina, because we do see he has a Rebecca in hand, so... Oh, he also has 2 Hinas, so... Yeah, he'd be chilling. He is going to cycle to Kuzan, though. Finding another Suru. So no Lucci. Great Eruption could potentially find a Lucci, so there is that. He's going to attack for 5 at life, reducing the Lucci. Sounds right. But opponent will take that hit, finds another blocker, Borsellino. So you kind of have some extra Dawn to work with here. If you're really just trying to find the Lucci, you're probably not doing that, so I don't know what he's looking for here. Looks like he picked up a blocker Borsellino. Yep, sounds about good. Tapping 4, playing down the Rebecca. Oh, he could have one in trash. So never mind, yeah, fair enough if he didn't have one in trash, but he already did. Adds back to Lucci, plays down almost the wrong card. Plays down Hina, is going to reduce Lucci to like, it's probably 0 cost by now. And then plays his own Lucci, pops a Brannews, and his opponent's Lucci, whole lot of Lucci. Shuffling back some 2Ks and some events. And that'll be his turn. Alright, so passing it over. What does our player on the left have? Honestly, I don't think... Rebecca's just such a good card. It's so good. Because, like, he can probably answer the Lucci and the Hina if he wants to. But, like, Rebecca still just trades up because the card is... It's so good. It's so good. The card just... it plays down, 7 cost worth of value. Adds back whatever you want from graveyard, I think 4 or less. And it's a blocker. It might be 0, but, I mean, it's still a blocker. Yeah, I think this will definitely be a pretty hard turn for our player on the left. Because how do you, actually answer all of this? The Brannews, I guess, don't super matter, but they are pretty easy attackers if your opponent has Hound's Blaze, which we know he has 2 of them right now, so they could very easily just be 6k bodies. Checking the grave again. Probably just checking to see what resources they have in there, like Hina's, what 2Ks they have in there. Anything they can really add back off Moncherie or Rebecca. Attacking for 5 at the Hina, I imagine. I couldn't tell what he reduced because he kind of lowered both the Lucci and the Hina, so I'm not too sure. Gonna counter out of that hit with a 2K. Tapping 1, playing a Great Eruption. Drawing the Moncherie, reducing... That one seems like the Lucci. Okay, so Lucci's at 2, and I guess Hina is at 2. Or Lucci's at 1 and Hina's at 3. But I imagine they're both at 2. He's going to Hound's Blaze the Lucci, boost up the Brannews. So he still has 7 Dawn to work with. He's going to attack for 6. Or not. I'm getting baited. Attacking for 6. Looks like he just went at life. His opponent does have 2 2Ks, or 1 2K, sorry. The other one is, I think, a Hina, I think. That or it's like a 1K, it's kind of hard to tell. But, can get out of this if he wants to. You probably do, going to 0. A little bit scary, a little bit scary. So, he still has a Lucci, looks like 2 Hinas, 2 Great Eruptions, and the Moncherie. So, he probably can clear a lot of this if he just... So Hina's at 2, right? I think. So you could like Great Eruption, bring it to 0, and then pop that and a Brannews. Roll tap 3, play the Hina, bring Rebecca down to 0. So now he can pop both the Hina and the Rebecca. That's probably the best case scenario. Psych, he left the Rebecca and popped the Hina and a Brannews. Fair enough, fair enough. Says Rebecca's not really a threat. She will get her block eventually, but for now, at least she's not attacking you, so Yeah, that's fair, going for the brand new. Alright, so player on the right picking up a Sabo for turn. That card seems very solid in the matchup. I feel like most of their blockers are very solid against each other, because Sabo prevents everything from being KO'd, Borsellino himself can't be KO'd, so the only answer, that you're put on is have a Hound's Blaze, or the board is sticking for the turn, or the Borsellino is sticking for that turn. So, yeah, just solid cards. I think those are the only blockers they play, right? Sometimes, you play, what's his name? Barto, but not always. Cycling the blocker Borsellino, finding another one, that's funny. Checking the graveyard, wants to know what they have, fair enough. Also can just see how many of like a certain card they've went through. The likelihood of them having it or finding it, it's fair enough. So our plays this turn could definitely just revolve around Hound's Blaze. Could also, he did cycle. Could Great Eruption just to see what he's gonna find. Okay, no, just wants to trade the brand new for the brand new. There's no way you save this. Be funny if you did. Yeah, no, we're letting it go. Okay, so I imagine Sabo will probably come down. You maybe cycle with the Great Eruption just to see. But if not, maybe it's like Sabo and KO, or bottom deck, sorry, the Lucci. Thinking about it, I think it's definitely just at least answer the Lucci. If the Great Eruption finds you a Lucci of your own, you can answer both of them. Picks up a Rebecca. Okay, that's also a good draw because that is Lucci. God. Unless it got bottom decked. Did it get bottom decked? We gotta check the grave. Did we see a Lucci? It's kind of hard to see how he fanned it out. I guess we'll find out depending on how he plays this. Because if he doesn't just play Rebecca, grab back Lucci, play out his Hina, reduce something. Because I think it's as easy as just Rebecca, grab back Lucci, play Hina, reduce Lucci by 4, attack with leader, make Hina a 2, and then play the Lucci. Should be that easy, but he might not have it. He's just gonna bottom deck the, oh my goodness, bottom deck the Lucci with the Hound's Blaze, boosting up his leader, attacking for 8, reducing the Hina by 1. So I guess he could just double Hound's Blaze. You're probably not leaving this Hina, right? If with all this extra Dawn to work with. But I mean, Hound Blazing into something that you can't boost feels kind of bad. I mean, you could boost Rebecca, but it's kind of just like for fun. Okay, tapping 5, playing the Sabo. Gonna cycle 2. Sees another Great Eruption and an ulti. Ulti is definitely gone. Or maybe he's gonna keep it for counter. Nope, looks like he's cycling out the ulti and the Borsellino. And then paying 2, he's gonna Hound's Blaze the Hina, which is pretty good. If he doesn't have another Hina in graveyard or hand, getting it out of rotation is very solid. And yep, whole board was outed. Again, it feels like they always can. But passing it over, picking up a Great Eruption for turn. So now, at least some of the player on the right's board will stick because he played the Sabo. For putting him on, have a Hound's Blaze, or I guess a 7-drop Borsellino works too, or the board will just stick. So, pretty good spot for him. Sabo, very good card, very good card. Play on the left using leader ability, cycling a Hina, finds a Lucci. Okay, not gonna do much this turn because of the Sabo. Otherwise, probably would have been a very good draw. Doesn't have the Hound's Blaze, so looks like board is sticking. I don't see a 7-drop Borsellino either. Could try to find something with the Great Eruption, but no guarantee. So player on the left attacking for 5, producing something. It's immediately gonna get free block though. Fair enough. Playing down the Moncherie, tapping 1. What exactly does he plan to add back here? Shuffling back a Hina and a brand new, and grabbing back a Borsellino. Okay, getting some defense. Fair enough. It's gonna tap 4, play the Borsellino. Tap 4, play another Borsellino, and pass. Okay, so we're walling up. We are trying to live. That is fair. Couldn't answer the board because of the Sabo. Yeah, Sabo seems really crazy in the mirror. Especially if your opponent, your opponent used like a Hound's Blazer too early on in the game. To be fair, a lot of them probably will get shuffled back, but they'll be on the bottom of the deck, so it's very unlikely they'll get that far into their deck to refine the Hound's Blaze. Checking out his hand, he has a Hina or a Becca, another Hound's Blaze, and a Great Eruption. So one of the Borsalinos could get answered with the Hound's Blaze. Great Eruption could find something. He can also cycle with Leader. So still 2 more cards we need to see to really, know what his hand can do. Also, obviously, we also probably want to clear this Mancherie. That'll probably just be done by swinging Brannews, though. Unless you really want Brannews to attack at Leader. We'll see exactly how he plays it. Brannews could be an attacker, to be fair, with his Hound's Blaze. And going wide into just one blocker, because you don't have to answer. Or, after you Hound's Blaze one of the Borsalinos, you'd only have one. So having 3 attacks instead of 2 is obviously the only way we could even go for lethal. So looks like he's tapping 4. He's gonna play down the Rebecca. Rebecca will add back, I imagine, like a 2k, unless he's playing a tech card that I didn't see. Could add back maybe a Lucci, but Lucci doesn't do much. Yeah, just grabs back a 2k. Plays down the Hina, reduces one of the Borsalinos by 4. So now he's gonna tap 2, Hound's Blaze one of the Borsalinos. So his opponent should live this turn. It's just a matter of you yourself living this turn, or next turn, sorry. Looks like he's gonna boost, and obviously bottom the Borsalino. I don't know exactly what he boosted. Probably Leader, if he's just gonna swing with no Dawn. That might be taken. Yep, he takes it, finds a Hound's Blaze. Okay. Interesting. Putting 4 Dawn on Sabo, attacking for 10, saying I have 2 Rebeccas, I'll be fine. That trades with the blocker, and then obviously Brannews will clear the Mancherie. And you're guaranteed alive because you're on 1 life, and your opponent, we know Sakazuki doesn't have Rush, so you can't really get cheesed here. He's going to cycle the Great Eruption to find a Lucci. Same kind of thing at this point. We just were looking for more counter, most likely. But player on the left picking up a 4-drop Kuzan. He's definitely in a rough spot. Kind of needs to out every attacker they have and establish like a blocker. So, yeah, it looks like our player on the right does have kind of this game in the bag. I think Sabo was kind of backbreaking. And I don't think our player on the left has seen Sabo at all. Maybe he isn't even playing it. I'm sure if he was playing it, we probably would have seen at least one by now, just because Sakazuki sees so many cards. So, might just not be playing it. 10 Dawn. It's rough, but maybe we just play it out. See if we can live somehow. Plays the Great Eruption. Draws into a Suru. Reduces his Hina. Tapping 2. Hound blazing the Hina, boosting up his Leader. Attacking for 8. Looks like at life, it'll just be blocked with Rebecca. Tapping 3. Playing another Hina. Reducing Sabo by 4. And then tapping 4, playing the Lucci. Pops the Sabo and the Brannews. And, yeah. It's a play, but you only have 3 cards in hand and no blockers, so it's just slap 10 Dawn on Rebecca for the BM. Do it. Nah, you're no fun. Yeah, that is game. Did he have 2 2Ks or 3 2Ks there? It doesn't matter, but yeah, that is the game. We get to see Sakazuki mirror. I'm not really sure how it normally goes. I imagine I kind of bought up some key cards, Borsalino, Sabo probably more than Borsalino, just because it protects your whole board if it sticks. And obviously Hound Blaze being very important. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.